at the very end of the year in your projects. And now we're going to really put it into play. You have to not only know how to do it, but apply it to word problems. So there are models that show multiplication, and they're like called area models. And you model it just like you would be modeling it on a whole, but this would show 1/3. That's what 1/3 shows. 1/3's up here. And then you're going to show 1/2 going this way. Now, it doesn't matter which number goes where because multiplication, you could do either way. But we're going to show 1/2. And we're going to show that this way. And the answer is how many are cross-shaded. So you've got this is going this way and going this way. So there's 1 out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So the answer is 1/6. And look at that and see if you can see any pattern to that. This one is 2/3. 2/3. 1, 2, 2/3. And then you've got 1/4 coming this way. And I need to show, here are my 4 parts. I need to show one of them. So my part that is double shaded is 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 parts. And we're not going to simplify that because we're saying what the model shows. So sometimes it'll be simplified, sometimes it won't. But this is 2 out of 12. That's what the model shows. So go ahead on your paper and just kind of practice these. And then we're going to look at being able to look at a model and say what it is. So go ahead and pause and sketch these real quick to make sure that you understand how it goes. I'll help you with the first one. So let's say we want to show 1/2. That is 1/2. And then we want to show 1/5. So we're going to separate this into 5 parts and show one of those parts. So my answer is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One out of 10. And as you're doing these, are you seeing a pattern? Are you seeing what's going on with the numbers? So do this one, and whenever you come back, I will have shaded them, and you can check your work. Okay, so you should have showed, and your model might look a little different because you might have put your numbers in a different place. But you should have divided it into half and divided it into fourths and then shaded, double shaded 1 out of 8. And this one looks pretty messy because so much is shaded, but 2/3 and 3/5, and that would give you a total of 6/15 if you counted it all up. So the way you're going to be tested, the way that you're really going to see it, is by being able to read the model. And so on this one, you know it's 1/2 because it's broken into 2. So 1/2, and you're multiplying, and you've got this many shaded, 3 out of 5 shaded. And so your total is 3 out of 10, and you're starting to see that whenever you multiply, you just multiply straight across. And so 3 out of 10 makes sense for this answer because 1 times 3 is 3 and 2 times 5 is 10. And this one, again, kind of messy. So I've got 2/3 times 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5. And so my total is 8/15. And if you count this double shaded, it's 8/15. So We can also multiply fractions without using models, and that's what you started seeing. You would multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and simplify if necessary. So it's, in many ways, it's much easier than adding or subtracting. So you just go straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 4 is 12. And we saw in the models why that's true. So these, again, you would just go straight across. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 6 is 18. Now this one, whoa, they're both even numbers. I can divide by 2 and simplify. Divide by 2 and get 5. Divide by 2 and get 9. And that simplest form because 5 is prime. So 5 nines. Again, multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 2 is 16. It's already simplified. 1 can't go any smaller. So let's make sure that we have the right answers, and we do. Now, the only catch with this is because you're multiplying, a lot of times your numbers will get really big, and then you'll have to do a lot of simplifying. Sometimes it's easier to simplify before you multiply, and this is also called cross-canceling or cross-cancel. And the way you do this is, and if it confuses you, don't do this. Maybe get used to multiplying and simplifying. But if you get it and you understand it, this is a quick way to simplify before you multiply. So you're just saying what number goes into both 5 and 10. This is across from each other. That's why it's called cross-canceling. So 5 goes into 5 and 5 goes into 10. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 10 2 times. Now do 3 and 6. Do they have anything that goes into both of them? Well, 3 goes into both of them. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 6 2 times. Now these numbers that I've made are your new numbers to multiply. So 1 times 1 is 1 and 2 times 2 is 4. If you had not cross-canceled, you would have gotten 15 sixtieths, and that might have been harder to simplify than to do it beforehand. So if you understand this and can do it and get practice with it, it can be a really useful tool. So let's look at these. So because 4 and 4 goes into both, those cancel, and so that's 1. And 3 and 9, 3 goes into those. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So now I multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Again, if you wouldn't have cross-canceled, you get 1236. You'd still get to 1/3, but it would take you longer time because it's bigger numbers to simplify. Okay, this one's a little tricky. So what goes into 6 and 9? 3. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 3 goes into 9 3 times. What goes into 3 and 12 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now we we just multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. And again, that's real simple. Otherwise, you would have gotten 2772, and that would have been kind of a nightmare. You'd have to divide by 9 to get that. So let's check our answers. Oh. This says 3/4. I'll have to look into that. So here's your homework check, and I need you to do this and submit it on your homework form, and we'll see how you do, and then you're going to get practice with this in class.